so this is my third take trying to do this video. Alright, we're doing Secret Empire number 9. This is only the second issue that I have gotten of Secret Empire, mostly because I can't stand the story, but I figured it would be good to roast. Alright, so we got Secret Empire number 9. It opens up with the real Steve Rogers talking to Kobik. And they're going back and forth. She's telling him that everything's been ruined, wants to show him what's going on, shows him all the destruction. And then she really got me going with this right here. She says, remember, and you see her using her magic, and I thought, oh great, she's going to give him back his memories. Not so much. But anyway. This is your crew. This is all who's involved. And if you'll notice, almost every one of the SJW new characters are captured. I don't know if that was intentional or what, but I just think it's funny. So it opens up in Washington, D.C. Hydra is taking over. We get Zemo greeting, or we get Hydra Cap greeting Zemo. He just returned. And he brought with him Black Panther. And I really like the way that they drew Black Panther. He looks very strong and menacing and very feline-like. Big hands, things like that, strong. And so they're going back and forth. Zola is smacking him around. They're talking about taking him in, and just as all this gets done, the leaders of New Titan show up, Emma Frost and her gang. And so they come in. There's fighting going on outside, or starting to be fighting going on outside, but they don't much care. All right, so you got this huge battle going on. The only thing about this huge battle is it's really a nothing burger, but other than that, we get a pretty cool shots here. Pretty good action. Everybody's involved. Carl Manvers getting shot in the back. That was pretty funny. We got Rogue. Everybody likes Rogue. We got some, it's either F-22s or F-35s, I'm not sure. I think F-35s are a little bit fatter. But here we got the crew, they're fighting back, and the Falcon's wearing his Captain America outfit again. You know, the last one I read, he was wearing an all-black outfit, so I don't really know why he's going back and forth. But he's controlling the situation. He's telling everybody what to do. The crew from space that was locked out is now back in there fighting with them, so now they're really doing a lot of damage to Hydra. Here's where it starts to get cringy. Spider-Man, of course. I feel really bad for him because he's getting treated terrible by Marvel right now. He says, hey guys, what I miss? Besides fascist takeover of the United States, a lot of death and destruction, general chaos. Kind of insensitive question now that I think about it. Really? Really? Anyway. So then we have the U.S. Avengers, which I kind of like these guys. She's a rip-off of Iron Patriot, but still, it's a pretty good group of people. They actually draw Squirrel Girl like a girl. We've got Captain Britain and his crew, or yeah, is it named Captain Britain? And his crew's all sitting there and they're attacking. But then Hydra's crew comes out. And, you know, we got fake Spider-Man, Doc Ock, and the rest of the gang. Vision, Unworthy Thor. As they're talking. And what's happened is Emma has held out a shard against the Hydra Cap, and he's pissed off about it because he's trying to get all the shards together. And she's trying to use it as a bargaining piece for peace between them. Well, that doesn't go over very far because Hydra Cap don't play no games. So he's pretty much going to destroy everything. And she said, no mutant will nail to Hydra. And that's when we get this boss shot of Magneto coming in. The only thing that's sad about it is that he gets no dialogue, nothing. I mean, he's pretty much just a side character. Magneto should have been the one in her place, I think. But still, he's the one that makes these speeches, not her, him. But anyway, he does this great shot where he topples the ship that they're in. Gets all the destruction going. They immediately sweep Hydra Cap out of the situation. And then they got something most promising in the background here that they actually got from Tony Stark's facility. They stole it. So here they are, the fighting's still commencing. pretty good art. It's not muddy like some of the other issues of Secret Avengers. We got some pretty cool fight scenes here. Some more little quick shots. And then we get Thor Odinson, not the Odinson, Thor Odinson. He says, no more. He puts the hammer down and pretty much stops all the fighting. And this is where it starts to get cringy again. I really like the way that they drew these guys, but this should have been 2 bodyguards, is what it should have been. This should have been 2 security guards. It didn't have to be Black Ant and Taskmaster, because this is very cringy. He says, you hear that boom? Yep, I know that boom. That's the we're gonna lose boom. Can't say I'm entirely surprised, Taskmaster. I mean, they're still paying government wages. I can't even get reimbursed for mileage. Oh. I tried to tell them nobody gets in the game to rule the world just to say they want to rule the world. Doing it actually boring as heck. Question is, what do we do now? I can't go on the run again. I really like the girl in processing. We're looking at apartments. Ugh. Eric Opal, I've been in the mercenary business a long time, and when a merc comes to a moment like this in his career, there's only one thing he can do: switch sides. I mean, really, guys? This could have been 2 security guards. It didn't have to be them. Taskmaster, he owns the scene more than this right here. These are just 2 guys hanging out. Really? So anyway, they make a deal with the SJW squad, and they're going to let them out only if they agree to leave comics and never come back again. I'm just kidding, but anyway. So they let them out. They said, only if you don't punch me. And here's where it gets cringy again. And second is, when you get out there, you make sure the Avengers know we let you watch TV in here. And about that time, we brought you Shake Shack after you cleaned your bunks. This is agonizing, guys. So then it says, and we were all reunited. Reunited, and it feels so good. But anyway, I think that went pretty well. And then, of course, you know, Miles Morales, being the forgiving person he is, he flaps him in the face with thwip, some spider web, because, you know, for good measure. But anyway, they said, we fought for the future. Hey, let me ask you a question. What's he jumping with? What did he attach that to? I've always wondered about the Spider-Man guys. You know, they always just find something to swing from. But anyway, so they're all fighting, and they're like, Miss Marvel, you're here. Yeah, Nadia, guys, you're here. Yeah, we're girls. We're friends. No time for hugs, just punching. I don't really think she would have said that because she's a little kid. She may have been more analytical because she's a very smart little kid. Cool picture, just wrong dialogue. Father, blah, 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 I have a virus, blah, blah, blah. So she gets and sees the virus. She's able to clean the virus out of him. Then Doctor Strange is getting his butt handed to him by Wanda here. And I don't really think that would have happened. I think he was just going easy on her. But anyway, he for some reason summons Thor back to punch her in the back, and then she immediately loses her powers and becomes a liability. I don't know if he knew that was going to happen. If he did, that was very dumb. If not, then maybe learn more about what's going on. But so then he is trying to exorcise whatever demon is in Wanda out. And this is when Zoloft is telling Black Panther his plan. He's got the Wrecking Crew and a bunch of other people, a bunch of overused villains here lately, and they're in like a cryogenic sleep. And they're going to wake them up after they brainwashed them to use them. So at this point, pretty cool shot by Black Panther. I like the way they've drawn his outfit here. This is the way he needs to be drawn in his comic book right now. Whoever's drawing this guy, draw him in his comic book. And by the way, get a better writer for his comic book. But anyway, that's a whole different story. But anyway, so we get an entrance from the Winter Soldier here. He's like the candid guy that always pops in at the right time to save everybody, even though he gets, you know, shot into the air by a big, huge missile. So he jumps in, punches him, gets punched back, and gets shot right off the bat. Not going too well for him. So after that, Black Panther jumps on his back. We get a pretty cool shot right there. He's got some great acrobatic abilities as he chokes him out. They're staring through the floor, and they can see Hydra Cat walking around. He's like, look at him. This will be the last time you look at him this way. The next time you wake up, he'll be the real Cap again. And I thought that was pretty good dialogue, you know. But anyway, so we're moving on here. What's his name is tried to brainwash Sharon, and he thinks he's got her all where he wants her. Well, it turns out not, and she like gives him some kind of poison that makes him go to sleep and knocks him in the head for good measure. Then she breaks into the computer using Cap's old passwords. And at this point, they're getting everything together, and Black Panther walks in just in time to find out what's happening. They actually inserted what's left of the cube inside the suit and inside Captain's body. So now he's a weaponized cube. And I can already see what's going to happen. I'm going to predict that they're going to take the shard that they have and they're going to stick it in his chest, and the real Cap's going to come out and the reality's going to be fixed. Okay, I can kind of see where they're going with that. That's an okay shot. So then, this is the way they should have done the other Secret Empire comic books. You know, the ones that are muddy and everything. They should have just done them this way right here, black and white with a little bit of color. Is what they should have done them. That would have got my attention more. So she's telling him about his past, what all's happened. Then she starts telling him more about what's going on. He starts to remember everything, and then she shows him like the entirety of his memories at this point through this well here. Hydra Cap, the whole turning, and what's happening. And so she shows him all this, breaks him down, and then immediately leaves him. Now I know she's a child, but that was kind of a douche move right there. So then he's left all by himself, but it's rumbling at the same time. So I think this reality may be crumbling. He may be, you know, getting ready to be shot back into his other body, his real body. But at this point, they're getting attacked. They're getting zapped. The helicarriers are falling down. Carol Danvers is drawn slightly like a woman, slightly like a man. She doesn't really have much of a figure. I don't understand. Pretty good shot of Falcon Cap here. They're starting to have fun. They're starting to work together again. Everything's starting to go the way they want it. Thor and the other people have sided back with them again. Everything's forgiven. Yay! So at this point, Black Panther runs in the middle of them. He just tells them run. Pretty good shot there. And then we have all this happening. We had beaten his armies, beaten his allies, but we had not defeated him. And this is where we get the shot of Hydra Cap. So he's got the power of the cube. He's got a suit made by Iron Man. It is not good news for everybody. And that's where it pretty much ended. And I gotta tell you, about 10 minutes after I read this comic, I forgot everything about it. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if it's just a story, but I can remember everything that's happening to Batman in the Shadow right now. But with this one, I was kind of like, meh. And it may be the fact that they had too many characters and they just couldn't flesh everybody out good enough. But the humor in this comic is just not funny. And it seems like it's that people don't really have an understanding of the characters that well. And you know, a lot of people didn't even have any dialogue. I don't think she did. I don't think he did. I don't really think he did. He said one or two things. She said one thing. He had no dialogue, even though he's Magneto. He's like known for his dialogue. I was kind of surprised she didn't take center stage and they didn't make her like the leader of the group. But you know, they already had their fake Captain America ready to go, so he was running the show. But all in all, I mean, it's just same old, same old. Pretty good cover, not so good inside. Pretty good shots here and there, but it's really a nothing burger at this point. I think they're getting ready to wrap it up. But tell me what you think. Give me a thumbs up. Hit the notifications button. I can't really give this a recommend. I think it was kind of boring. Dialogue wasn't that well written. There's many problems with the comic book. I can't, figure out what the huge problem was with the comic book. But I'm sure eventually I'll figure it out. All right, guys. Have a great day. Bye.